What's good, y'all? I'm just getting the guests in right quick. I don't know how to sing. Actually, I do. Let me open up my email right quick. Um, Compose, paste, recipient. How's everyone doing tonight, though? Even though I'm talking like I can see. Let me open it up on my tablet if I can remember my own password. Uh, there we go. I just need to see the chat. Okay. What the hell that was? I got you, Roxanne. Let me tell him. All right, sent. All right. I don't know why all my tabs I had closed. Let me text my other guest right quick. Link. I was gonna do it with my normal lights on, but it's too hot up in here. I ain't messing with it. Cool. Anyways, what's good with y'all tonight? Those of y'all that didn't read it or don't know the subject while I'm waiting for my guests to come in here, we're gonna be talking about do modern men with motion, whatever, are we expecting? Good evening, Patricia. Do we expect too much out of current day women, out of modern day women? And that can be from the angle of, do we have too high of expectations? If you're a little bit more of an old school dude, do you should you well, I just had in my head, I just had a brain fart. If you're a little bit more of an old school dude, do you feel like that you're asking for too much if you want a more old school style lady? Things like that. And we're just gonna start off just the men talking a little bit, and then not too long, and then I was gonna welcome some of the different ladies up here. Can show your face, can not show your face, whatever, to give us y'all's opinion, so it's not a one-sided conversation. Is that what he said? Yeah. I'm sure whatever side conversations or whatever break off from it, that's fine too. Fine. I forgot how you cut the camera. Blank the camera, pause the camera. I don't know. All right, I'm back. So while we're waiting for the two to still confirm to come to hop on, y'all have any like I guess you say experiences or stories behind maybe meeting somebody, dating somebody, men and women. They weren't holding up to what you expected, or they were asking way too much, a ridiculous amount from you, anything like that. I can say me personally, I like to feel like I'm a little bit more old school. Okay. Uh, this link right here, just hit that link right there, and then it'll bring you into StreamYards if you hit that link right there. I think I sent it to your right email too. I don't know. Either way, it's okay. And then for the other guests, if you're watching, okay, two people disappeared. For the other guests, if you're watching, just I know you don't really jump on these do things like this. Just hit that link. It should be blue. On my end is blue. Mimi says she's a little bit more old school as well. Patricia, I know you're a married lady. If you don't mind sharing, I guess when you and your husband were dating and stuff, it's not like I was older or alive either one in those times, but would you say it was a little bit more, I guess, traditional for the times? If you're in here still, and if you don't mind sharing, what? What? Oh, this is no guess. Entering the studio will not automatically start broadcast. To join the studio, refresh the page and click allow. When prompted for the mic and camera access. Still not working. Sorry. You have lost access to your mic. I would. I don't have. I don't use iPhone, so I don't even know. I would follow all that, but oh, that's me. Direction. If that doesn't work, you can call him. Hey, Gloss, how you doing? All right, one of our guests is connecting right now. But anyways, maybe Patricia's not still here. Roxanne said traditional and modern at the same damn time. I mean, I think there's a good mixture that you can have that people can have. I think. Okay, here's one of our guests. The other one is still connecting.
Now, if I can get my my video to go right.
Pelbo, I think he was in here for a second. Pelbo just says that you're trying to connect. Hit the link, Teddy. Here you go. Let me see. Let me tell him. I think it had him for a second. I think it had. He's a call. Yeah, you're right. I guess I don't know the calling thing. You for a second. But yeah, I mean, I guess let me explain what I mean by old school and modern. Oh, there you go,
There you go.
old school and modern. Like I grew up watching my parents. They're a little bit more traditional, a little bit more old school. I was in it, just won't let me connect. You have to give it per. I'm not sure where you click with the Apple, but you have to give it permission. Why does WhatsApp give me messages on my computer? I'm not sure where you click, but it's your permissions. How you doing this evening, sir?
I am always good. I am always good.
I was gonna have everyone introduce themselves, but I mean, you can, of course, you're always welcome to reintroduce yourself. But I think most people know who you are. For I guess a few new people who don't, I guess you could introduce yourself.
Well, you can call me Scorpion. I'll go by Mike Stone, but I'm Scorpion. I've been just a little bit older, a little bit seasoned guy. Been in the military for over about 2 decades. Retired, so I was kind of going to school and stuff. It's like I'm gonna hopefully write a good book and make people laugh and cry, and all that good stuff. And it's just nice to be able to sit down and watch young warriors like you just kind of have your um, have your platform and let you just kind of go out there and let the world know a little bit more about you. So that's kind of me. Have a couple of kids and and just kind of watching them grow and become mature adults. And it's nice being in this season of life.
Okay, it was a little bit in the beginning. I'm not sure if it was for them, but a little bit at the beginning was messing up. I don't know if it was my end or what. I don't know if it's about the storm again. I hope it don't come in and mess it up. But you
Well,
know,
again, I'm Scorpio 26. You didn't call me Mike Stone, but I can go by Scorpion. Can you hear me? Or froze.
no,
I think the storm may be giving us problems. If it's
I think so. Okay, I was about to say, how's it looking on y'all's end? Oh, there we go. There's our other guest.
you
I
froze a
had
couple of times.
I had
We
to
getting some
download the app. Sorry about that.
but it's coming in good. It's coming in okay though.
Okay, Glossy said, "Isn't that Andre's dad?" It is Andre's dad. I'm not going to call you by your name, our other guest, but you want to introduce yourself right quick, however you like to be called.
Talking to me, Larry?
Yes, sir.
Oh, just Steven's fine.
There you go. No,
I fish. That's my name.
gotcha. And then again, Scorpion just introduced himself. Uh, Scorpion is one of my homeboys from the Marine Corps' father, like a uncle slash second father to me. I know y'all haven't met.
And I'm honored.
Steven, I'm sorry, go ahead. Oh,
That's my name.
Steven, Steven is one of my good friends from back home. We definitely got in quite a bit of trouble, different situations. I'll put it that way.
Me
Back in
more
the
than you.
right. We're obviously grown men and fathers, and on that little goofy hood road stuff we was on back then. And then, oh, oops, my bad. And of course, y'all know Petty. So since everyone that I think is coming up tonight is here, I'll reiterate what the main point of the main thing of the topic is tonight. And we would definitely like to get some ladies in here with y'all's opinion as well. And as you guys are talking, I'm going to be sharing it out. I forgot to share it out on Facebook and Instagram and all that. But pretty much the main topic tonight is the men that's doing things that they're supposed to do. Men with emotion. We'll say that Teddy's getting there. He's on his way to becoming the man with emotion, I guess. Maybe. Um, do we expect too much from women nowadays? Whether you can say modern women, whatever. Do we expect out of women today as far as like the whole, you can take it to Kevin Samuels, to someone else, to a dating coach, to whatever you hear online as far as like, ladies, if they want a man that's about his stuff, has his stuff together, and then that man says, well, I want a woman that has this and that. Are some of those different things too much? And if I need to go off and list them off, I can list them off. Okay, my bad. Y'all, I guess while we're talking, if y'all can, or I guess while each person is talking, if y'all can, or I will myself, if we can mute, because there's an echo and we don't know who it's coming from. I forgot to mention that. My bad, Teddy. I'm gonna mute you. You're the only person to mute yourself. But I'm about to be quiet here in a second, and I will let whichever the guests want to go first, speak their piece on that. There we go.
Preferably somebody older.
This man. Outside of Scorpion, you and I are the oldest. We're the same age. I guess Steven's asking you to go first if you don't mind, Scorpion.
Yeah, I'll jump in there. So, after my years of being alive and the dating thing and the teenage 20s, 30s, and 40s and 50s, I look at the opposite sex, and I'm just looking at only assuming there's only two, regardless of how we play with each other along those lines. Um, is that there are certain expectations that you can't be a princess unless you're willing to treat someone like a prince, and you can't be a princess, a high value princess, if you haven't valued yourself prior to meeting someone of high value, because they're not going to see you that way. And as Kevin Samuel would say, is that it's kind of hard for someone to treat you like a delicate object when you're not carrying yourself that way. I'm just going to throw that out there, gentlemen, ladies, whatever you think, feel free to chime in on that. But you know, if you want to be treated like a princess, because you ain't a queen, you're a princess until someone makes you a queen, and then are you running your kingdom, or are you working with a king? And if so, you can't treat the king like a prince or a jester when he's the one making you a queen. Yeah, so I'll be quiet and let y'all kind of chime in on that one.
Teddy, Steven? Teddy, you're muted. You're muted. You have to unmute before you talk. There you go.
Perfect. How's it going, guys? I have like 3 little sisters, right? Or younger sisters. And one, I was talking to them a second ago, right? About dating and guys. And I already can tell one of them's going to be single forever. She won't do any submitting type of thing. You know what I mean? She's very belligerent. She always has this weird perception. I blame the media for it. She thinks that every man she meets should be a millionaire, kind of, making 6 figures. She has this weird view of a partner, and it just seems like she's going for she's looking for a certain guy that doesn't exist, or like a 1% type of guy, like 6-figure, loaded, established, to meet her on her level. And the way she runs the guy that she's looking for, I'm not sure it actually exists or will put up with her. So as a brother, I kind of have this weird feeling that I know she has this, I want her to have high standards, right? But her standards have gotten so high that she will be a cat lady. And like I said, she's 23, so that should tell you or 22. That's where the age is at.
I have a quick question. not downing your sister at all. I really only know Rock.
Yeah.
His sister Rock, she's bad, by the way, y'all. She's a baddie. Down to earth, tougher than Teddy, but she's a baddie. So okay, but so she's 22, and obviously there's 22s out there. That's I don't know. I don't know about their personality and demeanor, but that's making more than us here. But when you say on her level, what is it on her level that she's expecting, or above her current level that she's at? Again, I really don't know your younger sisters, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's on her level, but when she describes it, it's not on her level. Like the person making six figures type of thing, like 8,000 a year, that's her guy that's on her level. That's in her mind because she just graduated from college. She just got a degree on that stuff. Congratulations, blah blah blah. So she expects that from her partner, which is kind of unrealistic. Like you're 24, graduate college, everyone else is 24 too, but somehow you're looking for a guy that, which is why I understand why my like girls my age tend to date older, because the guy you're looking for isn't in their age range. They want someone that's completely different. So it's weird for me to like. Sorry about that. I forgot where I was going with that topic. I'm sorry about that. I was getting that. I forgot. Sorry. What was your question?
No, 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 no. Let's pick it up. You're right on point. Is that they have a false expectation appearing real?
Thank you.
Is that they
Yeah.
believe that by virtue, I have a college degree, hopefully a virgin, hopefully no kids. So if you got you're virgin, no kids, and a college degree,
Yeah. That's
you're
it.
only 23. The man you want to meet who's past those whining men 20s is 31, 32, who's in the middle of the beginning of his middle stage of his career. He's got
Yeah.
money, and if he's a high value guy, it means that he has no kids. So you both can start off new that you're 23, you got a man 32. He's going to take you, groom you, advise you. And then by the time you're 29, he's 40. He can afford to have you be home with the kids. But you can find somebody 23 and be able to make that life when you're both 23.
That's exactly it. Which is why I think she's gonna be alone forever. I'm joking, but still, like she's, cat lady.
So I got a quick question. It's not totally on the subject, but isn't that kind of up to you, up to us as older brothers and your
It is.
father and your other sister? Isn't it kind of up to us to? I mean, obviously you can't control her. She's a grown woman, but and you did say you was having a conversation with her, but kind of, you know, hit her with some reality. I mean, she sees you, she knows you work, stuff
Yeah.
like that. You're not a millionaire, but you're also not a lazy bum. Oh, okay. Well, excuse me. You're also not a lazy bum. Do you discuss those things with your sister? And of
Yeah.
course, well, go ahead,
Yeah.
go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, but once I start saying to the math, that's when it gets girls don't know math, ha ha ha. But once I explain like wages and money over time and equity, or like how much a house actually costs versus I want to live in a house, I want a car. Yeah, car insurance. You're right. Once I get the numbers out, it becomes like confusing to them. I should say to her, it becomes like I'm bursting her bubble, you know. But that's being a brother. You burst their bubble, and hopefully they grow from it.
I'm as basic as can be. I'm not looking to get with a woman.
You found some guy, you found a glass slipper. You're hoping that you can go straight from college with your 23-year-old college graduating buddy and go out and 2 or 3 years now you can go buy a house, you can buy cars. Like, and I was looking at some of the Kevin Samuel data streams. Is that his thing is that okay, let's look at what you're saying. You want $100,000 a year guy,
6 figures.
and in the black community, that's probably 8% of the black community. Well, what is he looking at? Is he looking at somebody who's out of college, who has workforce, or do you want somebody that's more mature when he takes these $100,000 business parties and actually talk about something as opposed to what you studied last semester in your senior year? Probably be a junior vice president or someone at the level of management. And 3-year-olds who graduate with you, he's lucky to get a job.
I forgot I was mute. My bad. I was saying the storm I think was rubber banding your voice a little bit. Oh man. And here comes this guy. Steven. Steven, you were right about to say something. Can you repeat what you were saying? Uh-oh.
Can you hear me?
Senior dropped off and junior came in.
You hear
Yep,
me?
we can hear you.
All right, cool. I keep myself far away from this as possible. When we talk about certain women expecting certain expectations, you're only gonna get what I can give you. I'm not gonna be killing myself and going on and beyond. Um, I lost my train of thought. What I wanted to say is that we're all expecting something, and sorry because he's back here.
No, you're good.
We're all expecting something, from the opposite sex, whatever is going to benefit us. Some of us look at it at a money aspect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't necessarily do that. I look for it with my sanity. I want a real partner too, and not to deal with her. Sorry, I'm already married. I'm married. Happily married. Been married for
I was gonna ask
going
that.
on 8 years.
Congrats.
Yeah, going on 8. I'm not gonna say my wife is by par. She's not the prettiest individual, but she is what makes me happy. Um, I chose a woman based off my mom and what strengths I saw with my mom, and go get her an individual that's going to educate herself. Um, and that's cool. And at the same time, this woman pushes me to do the same. I don't see what the arguments really are. People want things, but they're not going to get that. You're only going to get what an individual can give to you. You know what I mean? So expecting all this stuff, a guy to have this, a guy to have that, he's going to be expecting things too. Can all these women cook? You know what I'm saying? Can all these women, keep a house together? I'm not saying that they belong in those areas and things like that, but when I get off home, I want to eat. And when I get home, I want it to be clean. I'm a type of individual that's going to stop what I got doing and help out. I mean, I'm not going to say lately I have been kind of lazy, but I do things around this house. I'm not just an individual that sits there in games. Um, Again, I'm all over the place. I stay away from this. I mess with you, Larry. I got a small circle.
Warlord.
Oh, Warlord, sorry.
Look,
Again,
I
these
gave
are
up ever
okay.
since I had my dad on. He kept dropping my name. I was like, whatever.
My bad.
You're good. You're good.
Yeah, first time too, and I'm nervous. So that's
Yeah,
what
man.
matters. So definitely invite me for
You're among
future
friends, bro.
chats.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, from what I can pick up is only what I actually see on like social media. I honestly, in my environment, I don't see women like that. You know what I mean?
Hey, JP.
I just don't see it. So it's all online. It's whatnot. Um, let me just back this up. Let me I have a 15-year-old daughter, and she is she's obviously in a relationship with a boy, and she was with one previously, and obviously I didn't like it at all. But I
I feel
ran
that.
with it. Um, and I always and coming from me from the beginning, I mean when she was even young, and started liking boys, I told her all about me and how I was when I was young, and just to let you know that this is how guys are gonna be
This is the
at a
game we
certain age,
play.
and honestly, it's worse than it is now than it was back then. So I mean,
Which is
we
crazy.
don't got cameras, we can't save the photo and things, and it got to
I'm
a point
saying.
where she was messing around and end up photographing herself and sending it. So anyways, I teach her, I try to teach her right now at the right age, be about everything you have. You know what I'm saying? Empower yourself and be about everything you have. So when that individual does come along, you still have your own stuff. You know what I'm saying? You still are established. I'm not saying don't split, yeah, like share, but like you always need to have your own shit on the side. So just in case anything does happen as a breakup, you're legit.
Right.
Um, the whole I'm gonna ease back and let my thoughts come to me.
Okay, yeah, that works. And I like that you said that because I was talking to my mom the other day. I don't remember exactly what we were talking about, but she had a head on. I've always, or your dad and I has always made sure we were in a position that something was to happen to me, as in my mom. That your dad would be able to handle everything on his own. And if something would happen to him, my mom would be able to handle everything on her own. This is she's obviously talking way back when. I mean, they would be completely fine now, but as Scorpion and well, I mean, really, all of us, we all come from military families. At least you don't you don't start out as a E9 or E8 or O
No
whatever,
lie. No lie.
and then get a good retirement. You don't start out that way.
So I'm sorry for jumping in. And I know I'm really, really late, so I do apologize about that.
You're good.
Craziness happened at the house. I hope everyone's having a good night. I miss everyone. Obviously, miss Warlord's my dog. You know, Pops is here, and pleasure to meet you two gentlemen. So I thought about this because Warlord and we've been chopping it up, and I kind of fell off just because that's how life is, right? But I thought about this topic, and I thought about whole idea of expectations, and I think to a certain degree, it's good to have, right? It's good to have expectations for yourself, right? Like I mean, goals, aspirations, these are good things to have. I think they become detrimental when you prioritize them and you don't necessarily gauge or take into consideration what you have before you, right? It kind of reminds me of the whole 80-20 rule or 70-30 rule, where it's like you have this person that you're with, and this person has a lot of things that you value, you cherish, 70%, 80% of what you love or what you really enjoy. And there's 20 or 30% that you may not be happy with or that you think is missing. And because of that, maybe some individuals seek something else, or because of that, they allow for strife or animosity to develop over time. And and I don't know. I think as much as my partner expects certain things from me and I expect certain things from her, we also need to remember to expect something from ourselves. So I guess, and again, I know I'm long-winded and I do apologize. I think really the question makes me think, can women nowadays expect stuff from us? Of course. I think they should, because times have indeed changed. Now, at the same time, if you are an individual who does pursue or prefer a traditional quality or aspect in your partner, that's dope too. I mean, and if you're more modern, that's awesome. I just think that as long as those expectations are voiced and the other person's receptive to that, I think it's good. My only worry is when we, I don't want to say necessarily we shame. I think it's more of, my worry comes from when we think that it is almost like absurd, ludicrous, or like it's questionable or peculiar if someone doesn't necessarily want to embrace your role, and you expect that either that change over time or for them to realize that their unwillingness is somehow wrong or a bad quality. I think that'd be my only thing. So I mean that's really it. I'm Scorpion's son, and I was raised obviously very, very traditional, right? Everyone, I don't know if everyone remembers sees my wife, and we're very traditional, she's a stay-at-home mom, and I'm working, I'm an attorney. But we
She
had
must
the
be
conversation that Warlord brought up. We had that on it honestly, bro, it's crazy you brought that up, because rest in peace, Mike. One of my family friends, really close friend, died of brain cancer, and his wife was a stay-at-home mom. and it's hitting that family crazy. Like they got to,
Mm.
sell the house, and a lot of the finances got to be, adjusted and stuff. And once that happened, I went to see, and I'm like, yo, hey, what's the plan if I kick the bucket? Like, yeah, I got life insurance, I got this, I got that, but how are you going to make, like, let's have a backup plan. And I think I was thinking something that C was thinking differently. And because of that, she found a job. And I'm like, yo, I didn't say get a job. I just said, like, we need to have a plan. What are you going to do? And instead of me praising her, I was more of like, why'd you get a job? And I don't think it was ego talking. I think it was more of like we weren't in sync. And that's just due to lack of communication. So
Okay,
it's an instance of where we got to
that's good. You can
be,
say that out loud.
huh?
That's good. You can admit that. Excuse me, to yourself.
No, bro. Like Warlord, I'm gonna be real with you. It was something that, like, when we had the conversation, I got frustrated with her, and then when, like, we stopped talking, I thought, well, why am I mad? I'm mad because I didn't necessarily. I wasn't telling her, yo, you need to work. I was just saying that, like, yo, if I die tonight, like, yeah, I did life insurance. Yeah, I got all these things in place, so you'll be okay. But at the same time, like, what's going to be your next move? And I should have been more clear and said, hey, look, what is the plan? Do you got one? And if not, like, let's iron one out together. Because she just heard, yo, my man's worried that I'm not going to be able to provide for myself. I need to go get a job. And I feel stupid because I'm like, yo, if you heard that, that's wrong for me. I mean, again, I'm Scorpion Sun. Like, I did everything in my power to make you have a very comfortable life. If she wants to work, she can. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is
I don't think you messed up at all.
communication is the biggest thing. And if you don't have that, like, that's a problem. My bad, boss.
I don't think you messed up at all. I think she went and did something. She stood on business. Honestly,
Yeah, and again, maybe because I'm Scorpion Sun, there's a part of me that I like. I've taken. I mean, I'm pretty sure Scorpio be the first one to me. I took the long road home. Like, granted, I'm thankful that God put me where I'm at, but at the same time, it's been some tough sledding. And once I got to this point, I want her to be comfortable. I want her to not have to worry about things. So when she said that she got a job, I'm like, yo, you really didn't need to. Like, you, you did, like, we did all this struggling. You're comfortable, but at the same time, my ego is preventing me from seeing God say, look, man, like, you got to trust me. You, like, she's gonna be taken care of if something happens to you tonight. Like, you're good. She's got it. Like, she made moves happen and she's okay. So again, man, this is an interesting conversation because I think this shows that whether it's a traditional approach, a progressive approach, modern, whatever way of thinking you embrace, really it's all about communication. If you guys are on the same wavelength, you know what she expects, she knows what you expect, you guys are cool with that, it's all simpatico, I think it's fine.
Before I run my mouth, was anybody going to add to that?
Let me jump in there just to kind of shoot a little something. And that's the thing about ladies, and that's probably the difference between the genders is, are we communicating in the same path that we get to the same place at the same time without misunderstanding each other? And it's like, I've been married for quite a long time, and it's like my thing is that, hey, same thing as what Andre was saying is that, if tonight I don't wake up, I'm done. It's a wrap. Well, what do you have in place so that I don't have to worry about, she's good, but what I want to make sure you're good. So I have sons, I have daughters, we have all these things that, okay, who can you lean on that you know that you can rely on if I were to go tonight, that tomorrow as you cry and get over it, that they're get peeled by somebody who's gonna help you wipe your tears as you collect all this money from the insurance and all this other stuff. So that's why you need to have that family alongside, to kind of come along. That's why for Andre, hey, if he goes tonight and it's a wrap, well tomorrow, he's got a whole lot of people coming to make sure that his is taken care of the way it's supposed to, because his is mine. And so, and that's kind of how it is but the ladies sometimes don't necessarily hear that, and that's kind of um the Samuel Carey thing, excuse me, Kevin Samuel thing, is that ladies, when you choose a good man, are you choosing the best man, or are you just choosing a man?
Right.
I mean,
I
because that's
think
what
that
I
might be
fear.
another. No,
Go ahead.
I hear you. No, I'm sorry, Scorpio. I think that's another thing, though, Warlord. Like that's something I've been thinking about too, because I see it. I mean, and obviously where I work, I'm not seeing necessarily the best and brightest, right? But what I'm seeing a lot is that, man. I'm seeing them, the younger, younger knuckleheads. You know what I mean? Like I remember I saw one kid, he's 21, Warlord. I don't know if I even told you about that, but yeah, he caught a possession charge and had weapons on him. And when I was trying to work out a deal for him, I told him, I'm like, what do you do? And he's like, yeah, man, I just, made a mistake and stuff. And I'm like, I, you realize this mistake could I'm gonna help you as best I can, but this is one of those that this is it. Like you know what I mean? So and I guess that's the thing. Like, yeah, when people are picking their partners, I think that's the other thing because we had a client again. I'm sorry, all these doggone stories. It's just I remember one of the attorneys I work with. She told me this dude, this individual is married and he was fooling around and because he was being careless, he knocked up his paramour, right? And I thought to myself, and I'm like, so now for 18 years, my man, you're tied, you're bound to this person. And you didn't you didn't do your research, you just picked, you went to a bar, had a good time and didn't think anything about it. And I think that's the other thing we got to be careful of. Like people just need to realize that careless living is worse than, I mean, I don't know, actually picking a bad partner is the result of careless living. So I don't know. It's just, yeah, man, this day and age, I instant gratification, social media, whatever. I don't know what it is,
Well,
but it's getting
A
bad.
lot of times instant
but
gratification.
it's a follow on like for my cousins. Each of them have 15 kids from 4 to 5 different women.
That's
Well, it's like,
crazy.
well, who are you a father to? Well, to reverse that, ladies, if you stacking up, this guy already got 3 kids from 2 different women. Why you lining up to be the next one? So it's like I mean, and I know that sometimes he may be the best of the litter, but it may be time for you to go to a new litter.
Hey, it's a good way to word it.
That's funny. That's funny.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. Hold on. I'm gonna shift a little bit to, I guess you could say, the darker side of it. And I don't know about y'all. Again, I'm not gonna tell no one's stories for them. I knew Alex, obviously, Alex when we were young in the Marine Corps. I grew up a good chunk of my life with Steven. Teddy, I don't know. I knew Teddy off the street. Yeah, is it? That's why you got the
That's
response
crazy.
you got.
Dude, Teddy off the streets.
Yeah. And then, Scorpion, that's Pops. Obviously, I met him through my brother Alex. Oh, I forgot Josie was here. So definitely gonna be careful with my stories because that's two people that can expose some of my military stories. But let me read Josie real quick. Everyone thinks their flavor today will be their flavor for life. So they just pop them out left and right. Hey,
That's real.
you're
Yeah, I was
right.
about to say that's so real. Like that's so.
Bar.
But on the darker side of things, as far as our expectations towards ladies, I can admit, even within the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years, I don't know. I'm not going to use the word rough. Maybe me myself, things that I expect could at times could be a little heavier because I view myself as the type of person. Well, okay, let me get some little bit back to it. I'm the type of person. Depending on how I meet you, you're not going to. I'm going to try my best to not let you know. In the long term, if we were in this for the long term, what resources I can provide for you, for us, whatever. But if she happens to know, and if she would like to dabble in those, and if I like her enough, if she's doing enough of the right things, I'm gonna be like, well, if you want me to lean more from just looking out for myself and my daughter, as far as fun stuff, financial, whatever, I'm going to expect maybe a lot more than you're willing to give. That means you're going to be at my crib, not even necessarily me at your crib. You can be at my crib where I'm more comfortable, a lot more than you might want to. we're gonna be doing some, more things that I want to do, and when I say that, I mean like trips and stuff like that. I really don't plan them when I'm dating somebody. I'll let you plan it, but on those trips, some of the activities we're gonna do is probably gonna be a little bit more towards what I want. I can admit, I've been, I'm still kind of like that, depending on the situation and how things is. And some women are like, "Hey, I completely agree with that." You're providing whatever like this. Oh, and believe me, this it's not gonna be any woman I just met and we've dated for like 2 weeks or a month, whatever. It's not happening. Like we're gonna go out. I'm gonna pay for everything, whatever. But I'm not buying you a bunch of gifts and stuff. It's not happening. But again, when we get there, you know, I'm gonna provide some things. I'm gonna show off just a little bit, but I'm gonna have maybe a lot more demands than you're willing to give. Now, at times, I can tell and just by talking to them, getting to know them, there's pushback because they've been with shit. You can say some nothing ass Negroes, whatever, and then that's kind of like ingrained on people's head, and they have to make themselves realize I'm not with that same person. But and then a lot of the other times, like I said, I know I'm me myself. I'm a little much, and sometimes I question: Am I too demanding with some of those things, or not? And again, it's not like I'm expecting her to be over here cleaning and stuff like that. But I mean, if it's the type of woman that's at my house all the time, regardless, you might as well help out. Gents, any input?
Yeah, let me
Well,
all right, so I've been with C since '09. I mean, Warlord, you were there. You were there. You were there when I got married. So yeah, man. Having a lot of comments in life through other guys in their posts. Like, hold up, what did JP write? Does it bother you, men, when you see someone you're interested in pursuing having a lot of comments and like from other guys on their posts, like it bothers us women? All right. I'm gonna say I'm gonna try to attack both. I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say that when I'm gonna say that over time, girl, what are you playing with your toy right now? I guess I'm gonna say right now that I the more I was able to achieve, the more I thought that I was like the one she's got to work around, right? If I wanted to do stuff, I wanted to do it. I wasn't necessarily compromising with Syria, and I think that was a big thing. I think that was the one thing I struggle with. God body, what's up, brother? Um, I think that was something that it wasn't until recently that like I realized that like I had that mindset of like, oh man, I was able to achieve this and I went here and oh I took this test and I passed it and I'm this great, and I had the mindset of like, because I do this and because I provide all these things, if I want to get down, like you got to do that, like. And I realized, and it took a lot of humility, and it took a lot of me looking in the mirror, realizing that this was a team effort. Like it really wholeheartedly was. So I'm gonna try to answer JP's when I say that I'm trying to focus on what I have. So I really don't look at other people, right? And it's easy to, and I think sometimes keeping up with the Joneses might be something that a lot of people struggle with. And I think sometimes there's a lot of people that maybe when they look back at the progress that they've made, or when they look back at the path that they have, they think, oh man, would life be different if I was with this person or that person? And I think that it's human to ask those questions, it is. But I think the part that people need to remember is, again, if you ask those questions and you start spending too much time on the answer, you're forgetting and not necessarily realizing why you were in the place to ask the question to begin with. Like, you need to be happy with the life you have. You need to be happy with the life you built with whoever it is you built it with. Because, oh, woulda, coulda, shoulda isn't really good for you. Now, I hope JP, I answered it, but like, I think that's the thing, right? I think the thing is, huh? I'm saying when you're single, she's sitting there instead of pursuing her, it does a comments instead of seeing what. Oh, JP, I got you. So look, and Warlord, You could tell me what you think. So when I was first dating Syria, I didn't like the comments because Syria's just see my bad is a beautiful woman. She's always been a very beautiful woman, and I remember when I was still a little young boy, I saw a bunch of people in the comments. Oh, she's so beautiful. I got tight. I'm not gonna lie, I did, and I was hoping. Hello. Oh, yeah. C wasn't like that at all. But when I was young, I didn't like seeing guys pursue. I just thought I was angry. And I think to a certain degree, like I was a child. Obviously, I was like 18, 19. Like I didn't know how to act. I should have just focused on being the best person that I could be. And if she was interested in that person, awesome. If she wasn't, then move on, right? And thank the Lord she didn't. And thank the Lord, she made the choice she did. But I hope I answered that for you, JP. But yeah, I guess that's the thing. I don't know. When it came to competition, Warlord, or anyone on there, did that ever bother you? Or if you ever saw people trying to make
Yeah,
moves,
I
was
don't.
that
I
something
didn't.
that ever got you hung up or something?
I'll let I think Steven was about to put some input, and then I'm gonna put some input in there. And I hope I don't get you in trouble since your father's up here. I'm gonna remind you of something, but I'll let Steven go ahead first.
I don't like that.
Oh no, no, I don't like the comments. I never did. I never will. But I got to make the best of it. I mean, the comment. I mean, turn anything negative. You got to turn it positive. You know what I mean? So that's just it. That's your woman. You shouldn't have to worry. Or sorry, that's she's talking about actually not dating, right?
She's talking about when you're dating, the dating part, not the nurse part.
Oh
What's up, people?
no, I don't
But
like it.
one
I didn't
second.
like it, but I didn't like it, but you got to respect it. I mean, that's just it. Anything could happen. You as why I don't like it is and not from past girls, like girls that I date them, like we dated whatever, like I don't remember, I don't recall. I know I've dated a lots of girls. I've known I've had at least 3 girls at one point. Was I a dog? Yes. Am I the same individual? No. I turned my
You
life around
dog.
30. Turned my life around 30. Haven't looked back. Okay, so we're going in with that note. Um, no, I didn't like the comments because when I actually started dating my wife, it was to date. It was. I'm trying to figure out. It's an old school term. It's like you don't date
Cut that
to
stupid shit
marry.
out,
You
Tim.
marry to date. All right,
You were
you know what I'm
oh,
saying?
you were courting? You were
So
courting your wife?
yeah. So with that and pursuing her that way, because I mean we're together. The comments at first, that's like maybe a month, 3 months. It goes away. It eventually goes away. So I'll leave it at that. I'll let you go, your lord.
Really, really quick before I let GB throw his in. What the hell's in here? Before I let GB throw his input in. So well before I put my input on that again Scorpio we were in our very early 20s. I remember a freestyle contest that we went to once, and I know I told the story before. I'm pretty sure I did. A freestyle contest, which Andre, your son won, but by the way, beat everybody at that bar, hands down, which was crazy because he definitely don't got it now. I'm pretty sure he don't got it now, but we went there. Some little weird drunk dude. He walked up, my little stupid self, he was trying to talk to C, which, that's my sister. It's my homeboy's wife. I was like, yo, I'm about to pull her out on him. They're like, no, chill. I was like, well, I'm gonna pop him with it. I'm not gonna do this with it. I'm just gonna smack him with it. And they're like, nah, chill. So whole freestyle contest is over. Somehow the same dude came back and he was like way closer to us, like in our face. Who was the first person to be like, where's the strap? And was like, bro, but she's with you. Calm down. It's okay. She's not going nowhere. He's like, nah, where's the strap? We're like, nah, let's just go. So, yep, Scorpio, your son was attempting to pop at somebody in his early days. He attempted to. His homeboys got him though. We got them.
Yeah, we were almost turned full YN back then. I'm not proud. I'm not proud of that. But I, I don't know, man. I think it's just like you. I don't know. The comments bother, right? The comments bother. And we try to let them not, but I think the gentleman up there said it. You got to turn it positive. And yeah, 16 years. See, that's
16
crazy.
years later.
Yeah, but you got to turn it positive, and I think that that's. But also, I mean, let's be the old person in me would say something to the effect of like, we should also just not let it. It's social media shouldn't matter that much. And I think JP was talking about it earlier about how like when she's in a relationship, she does that essentially. She just deletes it, turns it off, doesn't really think about it, focuses on who she's with, which of course is the healthy way to do that.
Smart.
Um, but when you're single, I don't know. I think to a certain degree, that validation is helpful. I mean, it's good for self esteem. I mean, obviously, you can't let it get to the point where it clouds your judgment. But I think
There you go. As
also,
long as you
like
don't get addicted to it.
yeah, and I mean, for us older folks, like I'm sure JP and others, like you've seen the difference. You've seen where it pushes people too far. But I think it could be good. And yeah, obviously I see six people up here. I ain't gonna take a lot of time, and I'll probably jump down. But yeah, that's an interesting question, man. That's an interesting question. I
Um,
never thought about
oh,
that.
my bad. All right. And then, like I said, let me get got by here real quick. But right before that, just to answer your question, no, that doesn't bother me because if she's already has a social media presence, depending on what it is, and people are gonna like and they're gonna leave comments. Now it goes for me. It goes to how does she respond to it, or does she ignore it? That's my answer to that. All right, you're up, God body.
All right, so like, I'm not really sure exactly the conversation, but I just caught it. You guys are talking about does like the engagement on social media bother you, right? Like, yo, you just said exactly what I was gonna say. I don't care how many likes she gets. I don't care. Whoa, whoa. Am I dropping here?
You're
A
breaking
little
up.
bit,
I just
yeah, a
dropped,
little
right?
bit,
My
bro.
internet just fell.
Yeah, you're freezing a
All
little bit,
right.
bro.
I'm in.
An echo.
Yeah. All right. So like, I don't care. I just care how she can respond to it. Is she gonna be putting little hearts on that? Like, if you don't just don't touch it. Like, you don't gotta delete it. You don't gotta do none of that. Just don't respond to no men, and I'm good with it. I don't care. You can have 100 of them telling you you're beautiful. As long as you don't give them no play, that's fine with me. And I think that's a good thing, right? Because like, I feel like when you start to tell your girl you can't comment, I feel like now you're getting going on. Damn,
Still
yo,
drop.
forgive
You're
me,
still
man.
dropping.
Yeah, I just switched to my phone data now. It should be good now.
Yeah.
I'm not in my apartment right now, bro. I moved to a different place for like a couple of days, so I don't have my
Okay.
Wi-Fi.
Okay.
But you heard what I said though?
The gist of it, most of it, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
I think that's cool. I think I don't think it's no reason to stress out. But people do that though, right?
That's true. Very true.
I think I'm
When
gonna
I was
chime in there a
younger.
little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, for me, it's a matter of shelving, and this is what my mother taught me: there's a top shelf, bottom shelf, and middle shelf woman, and man too. So if they're operating as a bottom shelf individual, you have to stay distant. 'Cause in the end, if once you link up and you become a couple, is that this then now you're almost like a business partner, and you're moving forward like a business partner, not trying to, you know, do anything that causes harm to your business partner or your own image. And then, but if you get middle shelf, okay, you know someone who can do bottom shelf dirt and top shelf action from time to time. So it's like, do you want someone like that, or are you someone like that? Understand you can flex up and down, but it depends on how you carry yourself. But if you're a top shelf guy, you want a top shelf woman. If you go with a bottom shelf woman, things can happen to cause that bottom shelf woman to remain in your life for decades. So you got to play it right. You got to play it smooth. It's like a business interview. And if she's taking unnecessary attention from people off the internet or whatever. You just gotta ask her, hey, is this who you are? Because if that's who she is, that may not be the one that you need to go and have a long-term relationship with. Just a thought.
Okay, you honestly actually hit on the next thing I was going to ask. I was going to ask, do you fellas believe, to keep it safe for the single gentleman and Scorpio, do you believe that there's ever, ever a woman, a single woman that you might be interested in, that might be interested in you, but it's like, definitely if she says it, I'm a like, nah, we're good. But do you believe that some women, that there is a value to them, as far as like tangible things, resources and stuff like that? We have one. Uh oh. 1 second, Roxanne. There's I forgot I can only have 6 on the panel. I didn't think about that.
No,
I'm
you're
gonna let.
good. Kiddo wants me to. I appreciate. I just want to jump on Warlord. You know I got nothing but love. It's always good to see all y'all. God body, everybody. Scorpio, take care of y'all.
God
Yeah,
Positive.
let
bless
her
you,
jump on.
bro.
All right. All right. Thank you. Thanks, Andre. But basically, do y'all feel that there ever is a woman? I don't know, like, we'll just be superficial about it. Say that you see a woman that you feel like is a 10. Do you ever feel like that there is a value to that, to where maybe you feel like I should be a little bit more, it should be a little bit more easy to for me to give to her, to, I don't know, buy things for her, whatever, maintenance, upkeep, nails, whatever, stuff like that. I don't know. I honestly say no. That's my personal opinion, because I know what it is today. I know what it is nowadays. But at the same time, even if you have to lie to me, I want to make sure that you like me for me, not for what I can provide for you.
I agree, bro. I feel like if you try to conquer a woman based off what you can give her, you're gonna set yourself up for a lifetime of slavery, right? Now you gotta keep giving her stuff and giving her stuff and giving her stuff, and it doesn't mean nothing, right? Because what do you get out of it? Like, all right, you get her body and shit, but she doesn't really love you.
Oh,
If you
I'm
could
so
just have
sorry.
her,
Can you hear me?
yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you now.
Hi, Warlord.
Hello, Roxanne. How you doing? Thanks for joining me.
Good. How are you? Thank you. Thank you.
I'm
I'm
good.
sorry. My boys are screaming in the background. Give me 1 second.
No problem. Go ahead, GB.
Damn, I'm just catching Josie's comment. That's not really fair, though. Do
Oh,
you think? I'm gonna read it for the people. As a woman,
I
if
meant to
I'm
read it. Go
interested
ahead.
in a guy, I can see a lot of comments and likes. It makes me feel like he's a flirting, and kind of keeps me away from him. That doesn't really work like that
Yeah.
because social
Sorry,
media
Josie.
is
I had meant to
public.
read that out loud.
Yeah, yeah. Social media is public, right? Like I don't know. Like how can a guy be guilty because other people are liking his stuff, right? I don't know. You got to look at the engagement. How is he interacting with it, right? Because sometimes you get likes and there's people you don't even know. Like, you don't even know them, right? And they may drop a comment and stuff. But it's how do you respond, right? Do you respect your girl enough to not say nothing? Like the comment just kind of sits there. You don't do nothing to it. Not even a heart or nothing on it. You just leave it. That I think ultimately you need to look at the person and see how are they conducting themselves and not what's the world conducting itself around that person, right? Because if you got a good looking person, they're gonna get attention. Period, man or woman. Either side is gonna be dealing with some sort of you know magnetism. So you gotta know like who are you with? Do you trust them? But if you're insecure, that's insecurity, right? Because I used to be like that too when I was younger. I used to be that guy. I would be like my girl who the fuck is that? But I was crazy though, because I used to be making scenarios in my head and hurting myself, because I used to be insecure and not love myself enough, right? I used to be like, I'm gonna lose her, somebody's gonna take her because I felt like I wasn't good enough. But that was my problem. I had to work through it, right? But after you outgrow that shit, you kind of realize, like, bro, like first of all, the pain, you've been there before, so you know you'll be all right. And on top of that, like, it's just not worth it to live that way, and it's not fair to the person too, because you put a lot of pain on somebody because you're insecure, right? I made my big mother cry so much because I was just accusing her of shit, and I just be too crazy, right? That's not the way to be, though.
Gotcha. I think Roxanne
Hi.
came
Oh,
back.
oh. Yeah, hey, how are you?
How you doing?
Good. So like I was shopping, so I was kind of like, oh, and to the gentleman on here, hello to you as well. But I I was shopping, so like I kind of heard in and out certain things. But I want to say that it was Mr. Scorpion, correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was Mr. Scorpion that had said something about um like age and stuff. And I met my husband when we were in the military, and like we just hit 10 years type shit. And like he had a baby, and I always said I don't fuck with baby daddies, things like that, because I didn't have no children. So I wanted, their first experience to be mine as well. And he was younger than me. Plus when I first saw him, I didn't think he was attractive. And so like for me to be married to him now, like have children and all everything that we have, like it's shocking. So like I wouldn't always go after looks. I would definitely do like personality, like just because a female's not like I don't fucking know Kelly Rowland or Beyonce, or just because she has a child. Now, if he had two, I would have been like hell no. But one, I kind of got like I don't know, over it, and I'm so glad I did because like that's the love of my life. I can't see me without him. And I got married young. I was 21. I just turned 31. So, well, not just. I'm about to turn 32, but I just say don't count out stuff. I didn't catch his name. It's the guy in the black hat. I think he's wearing a black hat. Yeah, the
Teddy.
black hat. Hi, yes, you. Hey, you have a nice smile too. You seem so nice. You'll find a female. You just gotta. I know you want probably. I don't. Well, I don't know if you want the baddest bitch, things like that. But I know you want somebody that's a looker. But if somebody has a great personality, 9 times out of 10 they're gonna grow on you. Plus, everybody's not for everybody. So I just don't want you to count out your blessings because somebody's, a certain way, or I mean, looks a certain way. I understand if you can't get past the kid thing. I definitely understand that. It took me a while. Like until I had my own children, I always said, and I know this is wrong, but I always was like, he ain't my kid. I ain't doing shit for him. Things like that's selfish. But now, like, I buy him stuff when I buy my kids stuff. And but it's different for y'all too because the child's gonna be there 24/7. I barely see my stepson, so I mean that's something I gotta take into consideration. I don't know. I just don't want you to count out certain things.
Okay. Definitely
Oh,
appreciate
hold on.
it.
I'm not. Oh, I'm about to talk a little shit. Hold on. I want to talk about the modern and traditional. I want to talk about the modern and traditional because, like I said, my husband and I were both veterans, met in the military, and you know, I did the war tech, and I will now work for the government, like straight out the military. I went straight into working for the government. So, but he got out, and he's a mechanic now. So, I don't want to put like too much of our business out, but I want it pretty much. And I work from home, but my job is like really mental. And like,
Hmm.
you're using your brain 24/7, even when you sleep and you're still using your brain. So like that he thinks that since I work from home, I should still, which I do still cook, clean, take care of the kids, everything like that. But I feel like he thinks that my job is like a little bit more minimum. But I feel like if I'm doing all this stuff, like if I'm the breadwinner, shouldn't like he be cooking and stuff? Or like, am I supposed to still do the traditional and pay majority of the bills, type shit? So I want to know what y'all thought about that. Like what if the female was the breadwinner, do you still expect for her to cook, clean, take care of the kids, do this, that, and third, or would it be at least 50-50? And I'm going on mute.
I'm glad you threw that in there for us. Go ahead, Steve.
Um, it should be 50. It should be 50-50. Your man's a mechanic. I'm a mechanic too. It is taxing. It is so taxing. Um, I commend you for what you do and everything like that, but my wife's not gonna expect me to cook. She's probably not gonna eat if I cook. Are you a better cook than your husband?
Hmm.
Absolutely.
Okay, continue cooking, but your husband can fold clothes. He's a military, so he could fold the fuck out of some clothes. He could pick up, clean. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, I think you should still continue to cook, but I think everything else should definitely try to be 50-50. How old are the kids?
6 and 2.
And are they boys?
Yep, both boys.
All right. Well, unfortunately, I think until 13, they still need you majority of the time. And but dad still needs to be there. And then at that point, you're gonna realize a lot of things are gonna be a lot easier for you because dad's actually gonna be molding them into men while you're actually able to take care. And I mean, you're paying the bills. I would fuck up some bills. I would fuck up some bills. I've been fucking up bills for a minute. So I would continue if you're doing it right and you know how to do it, then paying the bills, making sure the bills are paid. Because I mean, that's what we were taught. Bring that money home. That's what the Bible says. Bring that money in and give it to them girls. I mean, that's how I look at it, religiously, spiritually. So I will continue cooking. Definitely making sure like the bill stuff is paid off, and like have him do the things that that he can do. Clean up, take care of the house. We can't mess up cleaning up something. I mean, we might use some bleach on something on accident that we're not supposed to, rush it and stuff. But I mean, he can manage. He can manage there. He can manage there for you. But yeah, keep cooking and paying them bills. That's all I got.
I'm gonna be I'm gonna be real. Well, okay, so my situation, if I end up getting married again, I'll be honest with you. She's and I say I'm not the best cook, but she's gonna have to show me that she can cook better than me. I'm so used to cooking for myself and for my daughter. I don't know, it's weird, or I mean, that might have to be something I get used to again. But in my head, that is how I would like things. But then at the same time, you know, I'm retired. I'm retired, and the work that I do half the time I can do at home, or I'm just running into the office checking on things. I contract check. I'm sure some of y'all understand that. So I run into the office, check things out, come back every now and then. I have to do some finance stuff or investigation, but outside of that, and I've heard that from somebody I dated before. She's like, well, I'm I'm at work. I'm a nurse all day. You know, you just sit at home. I was like, no, I don't just sit at home. And anybody that knows me like that, especially that lives around here, knows I'm constantly busy. I keep myself busy, or else I lose my mind and start getting real agitated, stuff like that. So I don't know that. To be honest with you, I should have asked myself that question. I really thought about it a long time ago. I know the answer I want to give, but I don't know if that would be reality. If that makes sense, what I said.
It does. It does.
Could we go back? We had a conversation, and um, pretty much we were talking about, preparing for the future and making sure everyone's straight and things like that. Well, I mean, as a man, okay, so let me talk about myself just a little bit too. Um, my my older two kids are not my biological kids. I've had them since 3, 4, 4, and like 2.5. And I've been taking care of them ever since. I've never once asked father for anything. At the beginning of the relationship, I kind of like following behind my wife and was, running this. And to come to, I one day I just said I need to shut up because they're gonna find out on their own. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always that parent that's always like, yo, call them, check on them, yada yada, this and that. My wife could give two shits, anyways. Um, um, I feel God is real. I feel like I got put into my relationship. I felt that where there was a void, I needed to fill. I was not a troubled kid at all. I just did a lot of dumb things. I thought I was slick. When I've been incarcerated, done 18 months, thefts, stuff like that. Um, but whatever, that doesn't define me who I am today. Um, but so me being put in the void, not saying that like I didn't have my parents around. I had my parents around, but I looked at it as they didn't have both of their parents around. So and not that I'm like Captain Save a hoe or anything. Sorry about that. Excuse my French, miss. Um, but that's just how I looked at it. I needed to fill that void, And then again, my spirituality grew a lot in being in this situation. And over something dumb, I thought I was having a heart attack, acid reflex. They thought I was having a heart attack, put me on the treadmill, yada yada, all that business. But no. So I thought I was going, and right then and there, changed, because I'm not gonna say, not even the beginning of my relationship, I was, completely faithful. I was still seeing what other options were open. Um, anyways, looked besides that, still looking into the situation on being with her and filling that void, like shaped me and everything like that. And life right now, yes, I love to go fishing. Yes, I love the game. I love to do all this other stuff. But life is no longer about me. It's about those kids and that woman and what happens. Because, I mean, typically, I mean, who dies first? We do. You guys live a lot longer. Um, and I'm only going back to, should I keep cleaning or should I keep paying the bills? Yes, because our focus is, a lot of the times, majority of the time of the day, is them kids and you, and not messing it up, not coming home to a heated woman because we can't get it. Sometimes we just need a little push. Hey, can you do this for me? Not nagging, but you know, um, let us come home. Let us get an hour, to relax our feet, and then I got the kids. I got whatever you want. What's his schedule like, and when do you start? I want to know. But if we got to jump to someone else, go ahead.
I'm gonna peace out. I gotta go ahead and get ready for tomorrow's thing. So I want everyone keep the chat going and keep the flow flowing.
All right, Pops.
Good
Thank you for
night. Good
joining us.
night. I have a quick question. Do you early? I know that you said you were still like searching options. If I heard it right, you said you were still like kind of searching options. Um, when you first got married and stuff, do you regret doing that if you're still married to the same
This
woman?
was this is right before this is right before I got married. So
Oh,
all
okay.
these,
I kind of understand that. You just wanted to
okay,
make
yeah.
sure it was the one,
As
get
of
all that lust out. Yeah.
No, I didn't. I mean, I don't believe in separation. I believe there is a reason for separation. But for what a lot of people do it for, there's no reason for it. Um, uh, the term is die to self. Um, it's it's really easy. It's that easy. And which totally changed my life around. But I mean, women, I don't even really bother looking at women. I work for a pharmaceutical company. A mechanic. Um, I don't I don't talk to women for reasons. Um, I've had situations where I was called on stuff and I had no business. And it's not that I'm trying to be snobby or anything. It's just I'm trying to stay away from that. Um, there are times that I'm not something that's like, and I'll accidentally and I'll mess up and catch myself. And then again, it's biblically for me too. It's like when you do things like that, you're looking at someone's mom, you're looking at someone's sister, you're looking at someone's daughter. Um, you know, um, as of now though, being married, and we do have a lot of beautiful women, and my wife's a nurse. She works at home too. She does dialysis. Um, I don't care. She's a breadwinner. She was a breadwinner um, before we got into the relationship, and I'm just saying of like her family background and what her family got involved in. So my expectations is to just go work and just everything else is good. I could die today and everyone's fine. But I rather have my own. I rather build my own. I would rather leave something behind for my kids as well, not just whatever fortune they have there. Businesses, something that's tangible, something they can hold on to. Um, no, man, it's not it's not worth it. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the frustration. Um, I think I got a lot of guys that I work around, and it's this chick, that chick, this chick. Everyone's different. I'm a very friendly and talkative
I
individual to be
don't,
around.
I like this guy, bro.
But when it's
You're a good dude, bro. I relate to a lot of what you're saying. I just want to tell you that you're a good dude, bro. You're on a
I'm
good
not,
track.
no, not no, no, bro. I'm trying though. Every day, it's a struggle. But every day, but like the aspect of like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, she looked good, but to actually go and do that, man, I'll cuss out a random stranger, and
Look,
what I'm saying, at a stoplight, and think about that at night, bro. I'm not doing
I
any
got to
of
butt in
this.
right quick. I got to
Yeah,
butt in
I'm
right
done. I'm
quick.
done running. I can talk about the marriage thing, but the single, no. I don't know
Don't let
nothing
this
about that no
dude
more.
fool you, man. Since Steve got out, Steve has been a real good dude. Steve has tried hard. I've seen this dude try hard to give himself a different image to turn things around. And God body, obviously most of us know God body is into fitness. Steve used to be a personal trainer himself when he first got out. But yeah, no, Steve just being humble. Steve has been a real good dude for a long time. I've definitely seen the worst of him. We used to beat dudes up in the back of the church. I mean, that's
Nobody's
bad.
perfect, though, bro. Like
No, man, we was
nobody's
big brothers.
perfect, man.
We was big brothers.
Go ahead, guys. Oh,
I
Listen, bro,
think
it's
I'm.
all about learning, my friend. You don't gotta like. Listen, it's only natural, right? You're gonna be out and about. You're gonna see an attractive woman. You're gonna be attracted. That's normal, all right? Like the desire of having it, the thoughts about it, they're gonna come. Like you don't control that, but what you do control is what you do, right? So I don't feel bad about that at all. Like I know I can control myself to not cheat on my girl, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna be out and about and see a beautiful woman, and be like, damn, she's beautiful, you know. But I'm gonna do the right thing and go keep going my own way, right? I'm not gonna stop and try to do something. See, that's the difference, right, between a good man and a bad guy. Because everybody's gonna have the desires, right? If you say you don't have the desire, like I don't know, only if you're blind, right? Because we live in these bodies and they do what they do, right? They have these human bodies. They have intelligence of their own. It's not even our spirit, right? Two different beings in one. So we just gotta learn how to manage it. But it is what it is. I don't beat myself up about nothing. Like it is what it is, you know.
real quick before I ask Roxanne a question. I don't know if you remember Leroy or not, Steve, but he said, "What's up?" I introduced y'all, I
Nah. I
think, a
seen him.
few
I just.
times.
Let me
But
see.
Roxanne, did we hit on pretty much what you were asking, or did we kind of hit around it?
I feel like a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. All right.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess maybe I might have gave a cop out answer when I said, I have my ideas in my head, but what my reality at least is right now or would be. So I guess basically to be more direct, I have in my head because I mean, whatever. If I hate to keep on going this route, but so much of this world does have to do with it, revolves around it. Financially, I got us easily. So I would like for somebody to do most of the cooking. As far as cleaning, it's me naturally. Like I have to clean my stuff that I messed up. It just drives me crazy if I don't, and I can't clean in the same room as someone else at the same time because nobody cleans the same. So I just can't do it. But outside of that, yeah, I mean, I would like for my lady, my wife, to cook, do most of the cleaning, take care of most of the household whole stuff, whether she's the breadwinner or not, to be honest with you, yeah. Because I'm still going to see myself as I'm still going to be the ultimate protector of the family. I'm still going to be whatever, just how I am. I guess I'm a take charge person. Big choices and stuff like that. Of course, I'm going to refer to my wife with it, but I feel like I'm going to end up giving the ultimate answer or be the person that ultimately gives the overall answer to it. And that's not saying just ask her and then just ignore what she says because that's your wife. That's your co-captain, your partner, all that. but I do feel like it's on me to make the ultimate family choices. And to be honest with you, most of the time I don't want to make choices. Like I'm the type of person where you can't ask me what do you want to do tonight. You got to be like, hey, you want to go out and eat at this place, or this place, or watch this movie, or this movie. Don't just say what do you want to do because I'll never give you a straight answer. If that kind
So
of
yeah, that definitely answered my question. But now I have another question for you. Like, um, I think you said that you're divorced, so like obviously, well, um, they do the contract marriages and shit in the military. But I'm pretty sure that you loved your wife. It was probably real. So,
I was actually
um,
married twice. I did do one of those like a dum dum, like an idiot.
terrible.
I know.
Terrible, but do you regret the divorce? Do you think that you could have like probably put more effort on your part, or she could have put more effort on her part? Like pretty much, do you regret the loved one? Do you regret that divorce?
Something like what you said, but not exactly how you said it. So me just because of my Christianity and watching my parents as I grew up, I've always said no matter what, I'm never going to divorce, not counting the contract marriage, but I'm never going to divorce. I'm gonna work it out, blah 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 blah, things like that.
Did you divorce her, or did she divorce you? What was that?
I mean, I'm the one that called it quits, but we did a what do you call it? Like where nobody wanted anything from each other. All the decisions for my daughter is made up between us, no court, stuff like that. But no, I'm the one that definitely called it a quits, and that gave her a little reality check, but she still wasn't completely ready to change the way that I needed her to change. And I can also admit, and I will say, because of her, I became a really grumpy person. I became a real mean person. Like I said, because I'm generally, those of y'all that know me, I'm okay. Well, know the adult me. I'm not a mean person generally. But crap, I kind of forgot some of what you said. Do I regret any of it? No, because ultimately, I think it's healthier for both of us. We're better friends at a distance. I mean, she went to church with Steve and I, and we've always, when we were around each other, we've always argued. Then too, fought and argued. But our families were family friends. I would have approached some things different, is what I can say, and maybe the outcome now would have been different. I would have approached some things a little bit more light if I would have known some things, that she went through during the time period we weren't around each other. Because part of it was we got married way too fast, and we're like, well, we know each other, we grew up together. But the thing that we didn't know, neither one of us knew each other in our young adult lives, in our early 20s. And in that time, we all know people can go through a lot. I my demeanor and my thoughts on things, just because military and stuff like that changed. She had went through some hurtful stuff, and I'm just like, where's this random attitude that comes on and off like a light switch come from? And I feel like I would have maybe approached her a little bit more. I would have been more patient, and I would have approached her a little bit more calm about some of those things. So I guess I can honestly can't tell you, but I do feel like we at least would have been together longer. I mean, because honestly, like the last year we were together, I was mentally not in the marriage. I was just at home going through the motions because I was tired of the constant arguing and stuff like that. If that someone answers your question or answers your question.
It did, but now I didn't know you had a daughter with her. So like,
Mm-hmm.
did that didn't make you like think a little bit? Because that's what, of course, in the
Yep.
10 years we've been married, I've been like, oh, I'm gonna divorce your ass, But with having children, it does kind of make you second guess it. Does that make you kind of regret it a little bit, or you still think it's better with the co-parenting because y'all not arguing and stuff in front of her?
I do think it's better, but that does bother me because that was a part of my thinking of I'll never get divorced. My parents has only ever been married to each other, and that really bothers me. Because I always like my kids aren't going to grow up in a separate household. But I think my daughter's handling. I think we can't speak for anybody but ourselves. But from what I can see, she handles it well. And again, she might hear us bicker about some little stuff pertaining to her, but at the same time, she also hears us when we do speak on the phone, or face to face. We're usually joking, talking shit to each other, just like when we were friends before we dated.
That's nice. That's nice. I don't think I have any more questions right now.
Okay. Anybody else want to throw anything in? Any thoughts, ideas, anything like that? Teddy, you've been quiet for a minute. God about you. You've been a little quiet, but you have
You
been
got
talking.
me reminiscing, bro. I'm thinking back on my life too now. You know,
Hmm,
cause
it
like
happens.
it's weird, right? Cause at time is a funny thing. It just keeps going forward. So, but we keep gaining wisdom as time goes. So when you do think back, there's a lot of stuff you would have took differently. Just like you said, you would have been a little more gentle with your girl, well, your ex, right? If you had known some stuff about her, right? And
Right.
you too, you've grown too, right? So you've grown with age, you've grown in your wisdom and your patience and how you're gonna deal with certain things, right? Because when we're younger, we don't know better, right? We're still learning, you know, and so you just kind of figure it out. But unfortunately, going through the motions, sometimes things just break and you can't fix it again. I forgot what's that lady's name who was just talking. Forgive me for that, but like
Like
she
saying,
said, Roxanne. Okay, forgive me, but like she said, like with the children make a difference. Like now, me and my baby mother, we split up and we split up early. Like I've been taking care of my baby by myself since she was like 2 years old. She's five now, right? And we split up like when she was two because it was just too hectic, and I didn't think about that at all because like I held on for a while. Like the fighting was just too crazy, like, and it just would not end. No matter how you try to fix it. So it gets to a point we just gotta split up because it's just too toxic, right? It's not gonna work. There's gotta be love there. That's the bottom line. You cannot force nothing for a kid because it's not gonna work. There's gotta be love there. Period.
I got something to say. Yep, I definitely got something to say that. But let me read Josie's comment real quick. Josie said I would have 1,000 or 10,000% grit my teeth and stayed in an unhappy marriage if I knew how life would be here divorced. I can see it. I can see what you're saying, Josie. Yeah, I can't say that would have been the better answer. I think it would have just prolonged me being with my ex-wife, but I definitely see what you're saying. And the other thing I was gonna say, I'm sorry. So what?
No, I did have a question, like, because that's why I wasn't trying to get at that, but like, I'm just like, they say you weather the storm, like, nobody knows when the storm is gonna end. So I guess maybe it depends on how bad the storm is. I don't know. I feel like I'm about to hit my midlife crisis because, like, we're all human. You're gonna look. I know when y'all were married and y'all faithful marriage, y'all looks, but like, it's just like, I don't know, like, don't let the little things get to you type thing. I don't know. I'm enjoying talking to y'all because I can see like, okay, this ain't like you just weather the storm because it really ain't, the streets ain't where you want to be type thing. So yeah, okay, I'm going on mute.
That's
Oh,
true though. Like it's not like it's beautiful outside, right? It's once you find if you can be lucky enough to find a good person, vice versa, girl, you find your right man, man, if you find your girl. Like if you find out a good person, you want to try to weather the storm, right? Because it's not like it's pretty outside, right? Like most people are not faithful. Most people don't care about nothing. Most people don't even know what they believe. Most people just be out there for themselves, right? So a lot of people are living a life where they're just bouncing from person to person, just and it gets to a certain point. This is a real thing. At a certain point, you don't have a heart anymore to really love like you did when you were younger. You just don't. Like if you after you go through that shit too many times, it's kind of hard to love again.
yeah.
And it's not even on no trauma shit. It's just what it does to your like what it does to your spirit and like your body. Like I don't even I'm not trying to sound like too cold or nothing, but
No,
I really don't feel too much anymore. I find it hard to like fall in love. Like I don't know. And it's like there's nothing wrong with the girl sometimes. Sometimes the girl is beautiful, she's cool and all, but I just don't get that connection anymore because like the connection I felt when I was younger, like I don't know, I just don't get it anymore. That's why I do think you should try to make it work, right? Because as the time goes by and as you go from person to person, Shit, something inside you dies, right? That innocent love, you don't get it back anymore. Gotta try to hold on to that if you got it, right?
There's definitely things I have a lot less patience for nowadays that I probably should, and I definitely had that patience in the past. But like you said, you get older and just dating different people. Oh, shit, I mean, I don't even like the introductory part to dating. The whole nervous, shy, honeymoon phase. I I want to get past that part quick as hell. Let me get Josie's other two comments really quick, y'all. I'm sorry. Uh, I did. She said I did everything I could to make it work, and it felt like it was just a brick wall with his addiction. But still, with that, I would have stayed. And then she said, I thought I could be and deserve to be treated better. My kids deserve to see their mom love, genuinely love, but that isn't what's out here. Yeah, I
Hold
mean,
on, hold on. That's not. I think that's a. I don't think that's right. Hold on. If depends on what's going on at home. If he has like, if he had an addiction and he was like being violent with you and everything, you absolutely should not try to tough that out. Nothing, right? Because, uh, that kind of stuff leads down a dark road, right? Like I've literally, this happened in Newark too. This is in America. This is like my neighbor down the block from me. He took a knife and he ended his wife, and everybody heard it. And he freaked out after he did it. He literally did some crazy shit to her because they were fighting and shit. And then he immediately regretted it, but he was just so out of his mind that he did it before he could stop himself. So like when if you're dealing with shit like that, you gotta get away from that man or
I agree
woman.
with that.
'Cause I know a buddy of mine too. His luckily the knife was small, but he got hit up like 16 times by his crazy big mother. She just like kept letting him have it. Like thankfully he survived, right? And the knife wasn't big enough. But some like, people are dealing with addictions and they're just crazy. Now you gotta get away from them. I don't care how much you love them. You better save yourself. You know,
yeah,
that's
I
not the
gotta
way to
try.
live. Tough nothing now. Gotta get out of there, right?
You had something,
Facts,
Steve?
like,
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Roxanne.
oh, nothing. I was about to say I love my husband to death, but it's like no one has unconditional love. Anybody can do something fucked up enough to get cut off. I don't give a fuck who they are. Like,
That's true. Were you?
Facts.
You about to
I
say
agree
something?
completely.
You only got one chance. That's it. Just one. You do it again, it's a wrap.
Right.
Yeah, well, depending on the thing, depending on what the trespass is, right? Like certain things I don't forgive at all. Period. Like for example, cheating on me. Like if you ever, if like once I don't like once we started, like I always tell like a female when I'm beginning with her, like once I start with you, like there's no breaking up and coming back. Like you know,
To me,
like if
not
we
to cut
break
you
up,
off. Oh,
I
sorry,
don't
go ahead.
love you anymore ever again. I just don't have my heart doesn't work that way. I can't turn it on and turn it off. Once it turns on for you, it's a special thing that happened there because I don't control it. So if it turns on for you, shit, okay, it's like a fire, but kindle that shit. Because if it goes out, I can't love you ever again. I just can't. You know, I went through that. I've been trying to make myself love somebody again, but it's like it's just not real. I don't feel it anymore. I don't think it ever comes back. I don't know. That's just me, I guess.
so I don't know if you still go by God Body, but I remember you from, I don't know if I'm allowed to say your name, but Sunny Page or whatever.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah. You
feel
cool.
like I can't. Okay. So I've always when I used to go over there and like watch you on her page, I feel like you've always kind of had like this. I don't know what to call it, like maybe like a wall or something. Like you just seem like I don't know, like basically what you said. Like I don't know if it's like the relationships you've been in where like that innocent love. You don't think, you're. Long story short, do you ever think you're gonna find love again? Like, do you think that there's someone? Are you the type of person like there's someone for everybody, or you think like fuck it, I'm just gonna die alone type shit? Like, what do you think?
That's interesting. No, I don't believe in soulmates, but I believe in compatibility. So like so I don't believe there's one person out there for everybody. No, I believe there's many people out there for people. Listen, nobody's perfect, nobody's the same, and nobody's gonna be a perfect match. All you have is matches that work, and like and I believe that love is a choice. Like you can choose to love somebody, and like but you gotta kindle that and stay there. But what happened to me is like no, I don't think I'm gonna fall in love again, but not in a sad way. I just don't feel it. It just doesn't exist for me. But it's not something that like bothers me though. It is not something that I don't want. Because I remember what it's like to be in love, and it was cool. Um, but like I don't know, it just doesn't happen anymore. Like even with my baby mother, I love her as a human being, right? I love her as a human being. She's still in love with me though, and like I'm trying to make it work with her though. Right now, like I'm trying to make it work with her, but like I said, I just don't feel that romantic feeling that I had before. I love her, like I would die for her. I know that because she's the mother of my child. I'll do crazy shit about her, right? But that romantic love that I had is just I don't. It's not coming back, and there's nothing I can do to make it go back. And nothing makes me feel that anymore. I don't know. I just don't feel it anymore. Unfortunately.
Are you the type of you seem like the type that if you did find somebody that could have been your soulmate, you would be like, this is too good to be true, and then you would fuck it up. Like, is that true?
Wait, my bad. So your kids were like talking. I could barely hear you.
Sorry. I was basically asking, like, I feel like you the type of person that, like, if something good did come by, like, and you was like, oh, like half of you was saying this could be the one. I feel like the other half of you would be like, nah, this too good to be true, and then you would fuck it up. Is this true? Or
Nah, not at all. I'm not even like that. I used to fuck it up before. That's when I was telling you when I was younger and I was insecure and I didn't love myself enough. I would fuck it up because I would be too paranoid, too many. I'll be accusing of shit. I'll be making my girl cry, right? Because I'll be like, "Who's this guy?" and shit. And I'll be doing all kinds of crazy shit. My baby mother remembers, like, bro, I used to like get into it. People in the street, she seen me do some crazy shit just because they looked at her. I don't know. It was because I didn't love myself. I was so scared that I would lose her, right? So like, I'll just be like going to war with the world about that shit. So like. But like, nah, I'm not like that anymore. Like, I wouldn't fuck it up. Like, if I find a girl that I'm like, wow, I love you for some reason, like, shit, you're just perfect. Then nah, I love you. I love you. Shit, I'll do whatever to
but
make
did
it
you
work.
hear that guy body? You said if I love you for some reason, like what the fuck? What do you mean?
Yeah, like because it doesn't happen to me. Is what I'm saying. Like I just don't. I don't. I just doesn't happen to me. I don't know. I don't get those emotions anymore. Like it is not like there's not like it's a reason for it. Like because a girl she could be beautiful, she could treat me good, and she's cool and all. But for some reason, I just don't get that anymore. I don't know. It just doesn't. The little feelings that people used to get, like the little butterflies, and then you be wanting to see the person all the time. I don't be wanting to see nobody all the time. I just be like, shit. I like my space and shit. And to be honest with you, I feel like I don't know if all girls are gonna be like that, but I just felt like it turned my life to hell. Like especially the love too, you know, because like fuck, like I couldn't do anything. Like I couldn't do anything. I remember she was so demanding. Like I would be working my ass off, spending all my money and all that, which is fine because I don't make it for me. I make it for us. But then it's kind of like sometimes you just want to be by yourself. Like let me just go for a walk and like not be around everybody and shit. Just like for a moment, and then it's like harassing you the whole time and shit. Like, what the fuck? Like, I never do this, right? Like, it's been months since I've been by myself ever, and you still harass me and shit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I get accused of cheating
No,
I
all
just
the time.
don't.
I'm told I'm too nice, which doesn't make sense.
You said what?
I said I get accused. No, I don't. I can't say accused of cheating. They start the conversation by implying that, but they always end up saying, "Well, you're just way too nice." I'm like, well, what am I to do? Like, cuss a lady out or cuss out the waitress because she smiled? Like, nah, I'm just a polite person. Like, get out of here. I mean,
See, I'm
I
pretty good with that.
got the shortest
I'm pretty
fuse
good
in
with that.
the
My
world.
baby
So
mother, she can't even complain with me with that, because, like, we would be going out, like, walking around and shit, and girls are literally, I don't know why women do that. I think they do just to piss other girls off, but they'll, like, be biting their lips at
sometimes,
me. Yeah, they be like doing shit, and I don't even know why women do that. Like, it doesn't even make sense. But it's like, but I just don't even look. Like, I straight up just don't even look at. Look, I swear to God, I do this. I don't know. People don't believe it, but I really would. Like, if I'm walking next to you, I'm not even gonna look at a girl. I swear to God, I'm not lying. I just don't even look. Even though I know it's there, I just don't look. Just off the principles of, like, I take pride in like in my spirit. I take it very serious. I take I take God very serious. Everybody has their own understanding of God, but I believe God is inside of me. and I believe God is he's watching everything that I'm. I believe God is looking at my phone right now, and I believe God is talking right now. I believe everything I do is like I gotta take it very serious. So I don't even play with that. I don't
Hi
know.
guys, so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you guys off. My phone got 2%. I need to plug it up. I'm gonna be in the chat, okay?
All righty. Thank
That's
you.
It
cool.
was nice talking to y'all. Good night. Bye.
You too. Thank you. Definitely.
I'm gonna get up out of here too, y'all.
Okay.
All
Where
right.
we at?
Uh,
I got 145. Yeah. We can wrap it up soon.
wait, hold on. So it's gonna be just me, Warlord, and Teddy.
Oh my God. Yeah, we definitely
Okay,
wrapping it
Teddy,
up soon.
there he is. I was to tell him to do the spider walk.
Thanks, Steve.
Do this.
I'm a dad.
every time, every time I see this guy, I just remember the spider walk. I just never forgot that shit, bro. It's so funny. It's kind of funny, bro. So Teddy, you need a girl, no, bro. You need a girl.
What?
You need a
We
girl,
need
bro.
a girl.
They were talking about you need a girlfriend or something.
Me?
Yeah,
Oh, what was I saying? I made a joke. What joke was I making? Now I'm single. I'm single. I'm a good person. I don't cheat or
yeah,
nothing.
yeah.
No, he
That's
said you
cool.
need a girl.
Do I need one now? I could take one, or maybe two. I need two.
He's
Depends.
so you're not looking. So you're not looking for love then.
Yeah, that was so weird. Like when you were talking about the hard to love thing again, how like hard to date more, or hard to feel that spark.
Yeah,
I was in a relationship for a minute, like a couple for a minute, and right now I'm not seeing that spark either. I mean, you're
yeah.
older than me, but I don't see that spark. I'm more concerned about like work, my family, my nephews, and I don't. I almost feel like I'm not even. I do like dating. I do like females, yes, but I don't see myself like diving in and being committed to one person like that for a minute. It just like the last relationship I had was for a long term, but the whole head over heels, I need this girl in my life thing, I just lost that. I don't know what it was. Probably like 4 years ago, I just stopped having that desire to. I don't say love. I like love. I love love, but the desire to share
Absolutely.
with another person solely is kind of weird to me. It's kind of I don't get that. I don't have that drive, which is
Listen, man, you gotta like your nephews are cool and all, but remember your nephews are gonna grow up and have their own life, and your family have their own life.
yeah,
You gotta have your own life too, bro. So like,
yeah.
shit. I wouldn't worry too much about them. They got their own. They got their families and shit. Like, but as you go with the spark, I absolutely understand, bro. Something about that spark is so is. How old are you, by the way, bro?
32.
32. All right, so I makes sense. Shit, I'm 29 and I already lost that little soft heart I had. I don't know, bro. I feel like
I thought you
some
were
of
older
these
than
young.
me. God damn.
Yeah, I'm young. I'm younger than you. I just look older because I'm bearded and I'm bald, right?
No, it was a kid talk that got to me, but yeah.
You said what?
No, it was the dating talk that got to me. I was like, this man did some lies when you were talking. I thought you were way older. Goddamn.
Nah, nah. But I feel like I lived for a lot of years though. You
Yeah.
know. Shit, I don't think there's anything under the sun I haven't done yet. Oh shit.
I think
Yo,
we're like too much alike. Yeah.
yo, no. Listen, I hope you do find a good girl though, bro. Cause
Do you
listen, when you get lucky and you get a good girl, there's nothing better than that, bro. A good
do
girl,
you
and you can.
do you follow? Is there one for? Is there the one that got away for you? Like the one that got away, or is there that girl? Is this to you?
Nah,
No.
nah, I don't have
Okay.
nothing that got away. I ended every single relationship I ever had. I ended it. You know.
Or I mean, there wasn't like maybe a girl you talked to and then never got, or like nothing like that, or no regrets.
Nah,
Okay.
I swear to God, I don't want to sound cocky or nothing, but literally every girl I ever wanted, I got her, bro.
No, I get
It's
that.
just that in the beginning everything's beautiful, and then like they just start to change on you. I don't know. It is like I don't know. I haven't changed. I swear. I mean, I have changed. I've grown in my like in my love of myself and my patience and everything. But like ultimately, like my essence and my
Yeah.
spirit, like the way I conduct myself, hasn't really changed too much. So like I don't know. I just the girls fuck it up for me, bro. I don't know. They start to change after you get into a relationship, and like until
How long?
once you make it serious with them, they start to change on you now. Okay, now you're demanding all of this bullshit out of me. Like, what the fuck? This is all weird. This is weird now, and now you're starting to treat me different too. And now you're getting too comfortable, so now you're disrespecting me. You think I'm not gonna leave you now, right? Because you think I love you. Like I do love you, but watch it. I could turn
Yeah.
this off. I'm gonna turn it off. Right? Watch me turn it off right now. And then that's what I do. But once I turn it off, it's gone. I don't get it back again. I can't put it back. I can only turn it on for a new person. So like that's why like I try my best before I turn it off
To
on
save
somebody.
it, to save it. Yeah.
But once I turn it
What was
off,
your
it's like
longest?
longest relationship,
What,
shit, 2
dating,
years.
like dating, 2 years?
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. It's not that long, but it's kind of long. I don't know. Cause
Yeah,
we go through a lot. Like our relationship, our last one was it was hectic. Like a lot of shit, and we went through a lot of shit together too. We went through some rough times together, good times together.
do you,
Um,
do you find yourself ending it, or or them ending it? Who ends it
no,
more?
He
oh,
said he did.
I mean,
I
no,
did.
who in past, in like in general, who ends it? Is it normally her?
He said it's always been him.
It's
Oh,
always me.
sorry.
It was always me.
Oh, now I hear you. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
The one person was asking, right? Or the girl was asking about
Roxanne.
when is the last straw for a breakup? So they're saying like holding it out for a relationship. But you said like of course like drug abuse and fighting, then you should leave, obviously, right?
Yeah.
But when was your like markers for breaking up? You too are warlord. Like when was your like line for okay, now we're separating? Why did
All right.
where was that marker we said we can't work it out?
So yeah, mine was actually the violence though. First of
Oh,
all, I lost the love for her for a while because all the disrespect she was doing and shit, and like ungrateful, like the ungrateful shit will turn me off. Like if I'm doing
yeah.
everything for you, then you're running around telling people I'm not doing shit for you. Like I was literally buying this girl everything. Like she was like spending all my money. I bought her like she had a huge lace front. The ladies know lace fronts are not cheap. She had like
Yeah.
fucking a million of them, bro. I bought you all this shit. I'm buying all this shit, everything you want. I food all the time. You don't want to cook. You spend all my money, and all I'm doing is working. Like
Right.
I'm not seeing a fucking dime of my money because you're eating it up. But that's fine, right? Because I love you. But you're not gonna disrespect me and then run around and tell people I'm not giving you shit. And then you're gonna be sitting there like fucking 400 pounds, and I'm a fucking twig because I'm working all the time. And then you tell people I'm starving you too. Like I went through some bullshit like that. And then I already started losing my love, but I was holding on because of my baby and shit. And then the last straw was like the violence, because I was like, I'm about to get rid of
Take a
you.
charge?
So I got close to it. The day I finished with her completely was she was like walking around the house, me bugging me and shit, like after provoking me for like the past week, like leaving flies landing on my food, all kinds of bullshit. She was walking around bean
Damn.
bugging me. Then like I saw her, so anyway, I was like, who the fuck you think you're scaring, right? And she was walking around with a knife and like a taser and a pepper spray, right? So after I said that, you're not gonna do shit with that, right? She actually came up to me and she sprayed pepper spray in my face, and then she hit me in the stomach with a taser, right? Then after she did that, I took a deep breath because all I wanted to do was really like, go on a purge right there. But I was like, I got a baby and I'm not gonna do this. So I went to the room, I grabbed all her shit and I threw it all on the floor. I was like, you're gonna get the fuck out now, right before there's a tragedy here. And I called her mom and I was like, come pick up your daughter today.
You're breaking up again.
It's getting hot, bro. My phone's getting hot.
I
Is
got
it
you.
bad?
I'm gonna end it in about 6 minutes, anyways, bro. No,
Yeah,
it just got bad. Say what?
I'm gonna hop down then because my mic is getting crazy.
Okay. Well, I guess before I get off, Teddy, to answer your question, first of all, as soon as she puts her hands on me, we're done because if she feels comfortable putting her hands on you once, then she's going to do it again. Could be months later, a year later, whatever. We're done. But for me, what the last straw is if I if I give her a warning, and I expect her to do the same to me. If I give her a warning, is something that she does, is something I just absolutely cannot deal with, cannot mess with, and she does it one or two more times, I'm good. Sometimes if she does it one more time, I'm done. Sometimes if she does it two more times, depending on the situation, I'll try to be chill. I'll try to like Abadi said, take a breath, chill, think about it. Especially depends on how long we've been in it. Depends on what we've been building together. If we've been building something, it's not easy to just drop it, but I've learned that's just what you got to do sometimes.
I'm kind of curious because I feel like everyone in the group had like a relationship with violence. With there was like some sort of, you said like
Well, I don't
there's
think
some sort
Andre did.
or not Andre, but there's some sort of like I mean not violence, but I guess there's some sort of a conflict there. What am I saying? There, it's never just like avoidance or not talking. There's some sort of like line that's across.
Well, that's normally what breaks people up. Someone cheats, you're arguing too much. You just, or sometimes you just fall out of love, and both people are kind of like, hey, this is dead. Like, to me, do you feel the same? And the other person's like, yeah, I feel the same. There's relationships that ends that way too.
Because I was thinking, like, because it's something for your religious background. The divorce thing had to hurt you, which is crazy. I get that. I get that. And like would you divorce a person? Like, could you? I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Because I've seen. I feel like I could work through anything. I feel like, you hit me once. You're a different religion than me. I don't know. I'm loyal to a fault.
What exactly are you asking? I'm not 100% on following.
I'm just not sure where people's lines are for when they give up on their partner or give up on their relationship, because I
Depends on the person.
Like there's people that deserve divorce, people that don't get a divorce, and there's like contract marriages, that stuff too. So I'm curious. It's just interesting to see where people draw the line at. That's what I'm just getting at. It's just interesting to see where that line's drawn. Because I don't think I have that line for me, but I also don't have that relationship either. So who knows?
Yeah, it just depends on the person, man. Honestly, or it depends on the people. I would say some, there's shit. I definitely know some soft ass dudes that they take all the verbal, mental, physical abuse, and
Cheating
they
on
stay
too?
just because they feel like that's all they're gonna get.
God. Could you be cheated on, or would you take that as a time to
Me?
leave? Yeah.
Can I be cheated on?
Yeah.
No. What the hell? You know
That's
how much pride I got? No, you cheat on me. You put him, your mom, dog, everyone else in danger.
Oh, so that would destroy you. Well, destroy them. Sorry.
No,
Okay.
honestly, no. You cheat on me, we're done. No, ain't no point in getting violent. But no.
Okay, what if it's like flirting over, again, to call back, what if it's on the engagement? So flirting over Facebook Messenger, flirting over, is that cheating to you? Is that
Are you asking them forgetting to call you back, or just flirting with somebody online? No, that's cheating, dog.
That's still cheating?
Yeah.
So again, so the comments and likes and that little hearty face, like comments, would that be cheating?
Depends on what it is.
So still getting context. Okay.
I have a friend on here. Actually, I think a few of my friends, every time they go into someone's chat, they'll put hearts when they say hello, put hearts and all that stuff. That's not cheat. Yeah, but you're also weird. That's not flirting and stuff. That's just the thing that they do. But flirting is in like, you're having like a Instagram conversation with a woman that clearly is not your woman. That's cheating. And as I've explained to a few people, I thought it was something everybody knew, but I've had the conversation with a few people over the past few months about like even emotional cheating. Like you know the term work wife or work husband, just as an example.
That is such a slippery slope thing. I don't like that.
But that a lot of time that can end up and turn into emotional cheating. You know what I'm saying? So to break it down to you, that's like say you have you have your girlfriend, you're physical with her. Y'all go to the movies, you go on dates, have sex, kiss, all that other stuff. But and then you have another female friend that you tell all your problems to, all your family issues, all your business with your girlfriend, stuff like that. Stuff you should be sharing with your girlfriend. That's emotional cheating. And me, no, I'm not gonna put up with any type of cheating.
Emotional cheating. That would so if this is new to me. So if
Well, I think the term is a emotional relationship. I think just from it, I started saying emotional cheating, and everyone knows what that means.
What do you mean? Yeah. So that's weird. Okay, what if the person is her mother? What if she talks to her mother about you and all her problems to her mother?
That's different. I mean, so the part where
it's a guide or her best friend, like
you done?
Like, yeah, sorry, was that I'm just
Your black self. Nah, the so of course, you know, her best friend, your best friend, stuff like that. Yeah, but there's still a lot of things that you should not be discussing with them, especially if you haven't discussed it with your girlfriend or your partner or whatever word y'all want to use nowadays. There's, you know, if you haven't discussed it with like say let me think of a good example here. Say that you've been feeling really depressed. You don't share that with the person that you're dating at all, but you share that with your best friend that's the opposite sex, or even the same sex sometimes. That can be emotional cheating. It could be, but like I said, that's kind of a great line. But something like that, you've been with somebody for a minute, y'all. If y'all are in a real relationship, you should be sharing that stuff with them.
All the biddies.
The word said facts. Cheating is cheating. Are you understand what I'm saying, or do I need to break it down more?
No, I understand. Whenever that with you, it's a problem. I get it. So, how many cheats do they get? How many times do they get to cheat on you? One or
I don't
like?
know why you keep on asking me that. When I keep on saying that you cheat, I'm done.
I know. Because I've been.
All right, Devasi, I'm about to get off anyways.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. I've been in relationships where I had girls. I've been with a girl in the same bed as her. Right? Get out. And she'd be texting other guys, but I'm still hitting it, so I don't care. Is that like a?
You're her boyfriend?
No, I'm just smashing. But we spent all our time together.
Was the other guy her boyfriend?
Nah, just a dude.
And it doesn't matter. All y'all are F ninjas.
Oh, you're right. That's what it is. Okay. They could have been boyfriend. I don't know. Maybe that's me.
Man, I guess it's not really your responsibility to know, but I would ask because you know the thing is too, or say some people that get in relationships with other people that are habitual cheaters. If you got into a relationship with someone that was constantly cheating with you on whoever their boyfriend or girlfriend was before, constantly cheating with you, wouldn't you think it's that easy for them to cheat on you?
Oh yeah, F boys. You're right. Have you been cheated on before? I should ask you that.
Yeah, I've been cheated on.
Did they hurt your heart? Did you cry?
No. To be honest with you, as far as I know, I've never been cheated on with anybody I've had like a long-term, strong relationship with. So basically, it was somebody that more so what we would call nowadays talking. Back then, we called it dating. Nowadays, it would be be essentially what we call talking. I never really cared. I was like, oh, okay, I'm good.
Okay. How many girlfriends have you had?
Brother, say interview me. I don't know.
I'm curious. Do you have like
not many. Girlfriends, not many. How many people I've talked to? Quite a bit.
I don't know what that means anymore. Talk to. Is it like
It means you're seeing. It means you're seeing whether y'all ain't doing nothing physical, whether you are doing something physical. It's seeing if it's okay. Do I want to give this person the title my girlfriend or boyfriend?
talking to and girlfriend are different. Dating. Okay, I see it now. There's a weird little criteria I'm getting at. Okay, that hurts.
What's it? Shit hurt me. Oh. Anyways, we have hit 2 hours and 5 minutes.
Yep.
Are you good, or you got any more questions?
No, I'm just looking for love, waiting for love. That's what I'm doing, just waiting for love to find me.
Well, you gotta go tell it to somebody else. The hell? Oh, Teddy, I don't know. Maybe somebody I know will introduce you to somebody one day.
Alone forever.
You're looking for love from a woman, correct?
I was gonna curse, but I was never. I was gonna say some bad words. I was gonna say some bad words. Never mind.
God body asked you to do your little spider thing for me.
I know. Hey.
Weird as hell, dog. All right. Well, Teddy, if you ain't got nothing else, I hope you find love. Matter of fact, you live in Maryland. Just go walk down the street. Go to whatever you call it, Silver Spring. You might find some little weirdo out there. I'm gonna get out because you're doing a little weird stuff in the camera. And
I want some love.
Y'all have a good night. Thanks everyone for coming in.
What?
Thanks everyone for coming in, kicking it, and chilling. I'll let Teddy say bye real quick. All right, say bye to everyone, Teddy. All right. Yeah, have a good night. All the things I say, keep getting stronger, keep making money, keep yourself protected, keep it on swivel. Hey, thanks for kicking it with us, Leroy. You have a good night, God body. Donna, if you're still in here, you have a good night, ma'am. Bro. Oh, pray, bro. God will take care of you. That's it. Hey, well, you know what, real quick? Teddy.
Yeah.
Really quick. A lot of times, not a lot of times, yeah, I'll say majority of the time that I've had the best relationships is when I wasn't looking for a actual relationship. So I don't know if you're actively looking, and I'm not saying that's how it's going to work for you, but you know, sometimes I was just looking for someone to mess around with for a while. Sometimes I wasn't looking for anything at all, but that's usually when the better relationships came upon me.
So did you ever when you were actively searching, did you I mean, I shouldn't say it like that. Never mind. I guess you just oh God. You know what? I don't need God by giving some good tips here. You're hold on. He's actually making good points here.
Yeah. I mean, you know, honestly, you might make stupid choices, stupid decisions.
He has good advice. Way better than you.
You saying the same thing I said, stupid?
Yeah, better than he says it.
Anyways, good night, y'all. Yeah, have a good. I'm dropping Teddy again. Good night. Peace out, y'all. Thanks.